Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, so I was looking through my safe this morning, and I had totally forgot about Hogzilla. Yeah, so way back in like 2013, a group of us at work decided that we wanted to go do some hog hunting. And so that prompted all of the group to start trying to set up a rifle for hogs. And so back in the time, that's when 300 blackout was all the rage. Man, everything was like 300 blackout, 300 blackout. So it was four of us, all four of us were like, you know, trying to put builds together, trying to buy rifles. And so it was cool. It was a fun time. And so without further ado, this is what I put together. This is what I call Hogzilla. And so Hogzilla, I'll give you guys a rundown of it. The lower, this is my very first lower that I ever got. And this is a Bushmaster. So this was my Bushmaster lower. And this is an SBR. And this was way back when at least the way that I did my first trust, way back in the day, is you downloaded a program called Quicken Wheel Maker, and that program had a trust. You could do a trust form. So I did the trust, I set it all up. I mean, this was all new to me, so I didn't know what I was doing. So my trust was like, it's super long. So it was basically like Maria Conchita Ramirez Guadalupe Gutierrez trust. It was like all of that because I didn't know any better, right? Then little did I know is that when you do an SBR, you have to go get it engraved. So I still remember taking this to an engraver in Montgomery County. I think he still does it. He had a real cool machine. He lives in a really fancy neighborhood. You had to go through a gated neighborhood to get to his house. And I remember handing this to him and I was like, hey, can you add my trust name to this thing? And he goes, sure. And he took one look at my trust name and then he was like, oh my God. So he had to put this on, it was like this little machine and it had like a Leroy set, and he had to go through with every letter and he had to grind it into the receiver. And so, yeah, so long story short, if you're setting up a trust, man, pick something easy, guys. Don't do something too crazy where like, cause you're gonna have to go get it engraved. And so I did that to this guy. So this is mine. It's got all my original trust on it. So that's the lower. Then, like I said, it was a group of like four of us, and we were all just, you know, when you get that bug bites you and you're like, oh, I want to one up everybody. So everybody was building stuff and buying stuff. So I remember I wanted to have the smoothest experience as possible with this setup. So back in the back, I added the JP silent spring inside. And then up top, I did the primary arms, three times magnifier. And then on top of that, I have a red dot. So there was a red dot on top of this for up close. And then I purchased at the time, man, arrow precision was like the best thing at the time. This was way back, right? And they were like, it was all the hotness. If you had anything arrow precision, man, you were doing good. So I ordered this 7.5 inch upper. It's all arrow precision. And at the time it was Keymod. In like 2012, it was invented by Voltor and Noveski. They got together and they came up with this system. It was called Keymod, right? And so this was the bee's knees at the time. It was like, man, this was such an easy way to attach stuff to it, right? So for a couple of years, this thing everything was Keymod. And then in 2014, Magpul developed Mlok, right? And so then it was a competition. It was a competition between Keymod and Mlok. And so I believe there was some trials by the military in 2017, and they determined that Mlok was the more sturdy option. So this had a tendency to, when you clamped items to it, you could knock the items off, because if you notice, it's kind of like a key, right? So with a little forward pressure, you could pop stuff off of this system. So long story short, Mlok won and Keymod just disappeared into the distance. But I still remember when I got this, everybody was like, oh shit, he's got Keymod. So I was like, this was awesome. All right, so moving past that, up front, I have a Huntertown Arms, and this is called the Chameleon 308. So long story short with this guy is that back in like 2019, these guys went belly up. They went belly up because they cited softness in the market. So basically there was too many suppressor companies. And then at the time, it was also when what was it? The Hearing Act was about to be enacted, right? And everybody thought that was going to go in. So these guys shut down. They closed their business. And I haven't had any issues with this suppressor. It's very nice. From a distance, it kind of looks like that new tuna cans. So if you just see it, it kind of looks like the new tuna. And one of the benefits of their system was that all the serialized part was right there. And so if you had a baffle strike, everything from here up was, you could just order it in the mail. This was the registered part right here. So that was the cool thing about these, is that you could just order everything willy-nilly. But they're gone, and so that's the story on this guy. All right, so aside from that, I think all I did, I also added a trigger in here. Oh man, I don't remember what the trigger was called, but it's one of the cassette styles that you just drop in, and then you put these, it has screws. So, all right, man, that's enough yapping. Let's do some shooting. Let me turn you around this way. Right there. All right. And we are shooting some subsonic ammo. So let's see. Woo! All right. This is a 3-time magnifier. So I'm going to use the top. I'm going to use the red dot on top. Let me turn that guy on. All right, there he is. Ooh, like money. Oh. All right, here we go. Damn, that thing is nice. Whoop. All right, let's bust out another one. All right, let's go. Let's do a little bit of a rapid fire for you guys. All right. And I'm gonna go that direction. All right, here we go. Woo! It's always a good idea also to keep your 300 mags separate, just so you don't have a mistake. So all my 300 mags are color coded. Let's see. Got another one. All right. All right, let's get some more ammo this way. Woo! Man, that's so nice. It shoots so nice, guys. I think that's all the ammo I got. Let me go load up some more ammo, and then we'll just do some more shooting. This is just gonna be a quick video on the Hogzilla. All right, stand by. All right, guys, I'm back, and I've got some more ammo. So what else can I say about 300 Blackout? I feel that in 2025, I feel that it's It's not as popular as it was way back in the day when it first came out. People loved that it was so quiet with the suppressors, right? That's what it was for. Something like this, I would probably say 100 yards is like max. That's probably as, especially with a 7.5-inch barrel. I don't think I would try to take any hogs past 100 yards. If you could compare it to anything, I mean, it's very comparable to 7.62 by 39. The only difference is the case. It's still like a 5.56 case, but the actual projectile itself is about the same as 7.62 by 39. And it's back in the day, it was so expensive. Oh my God, that was so expensive to shoot. So I've got, little by little, I've been using up my 300 ammo. And I think what I'm gonna do is, once I finish off the 300 ammo, I think I'm just going to get rid of this upper, and I'll just put just a traditional upper back on this rifle, and then just stick to 5.56 223. Because I mean, I'd rather just shoot 7.62 by 39. It's cheaper. Even now it's cheaper. So anyways, just a short video. Like I said, I was just rummaging through the safe, and I saw this, and I was like, wait, I don't think I have a video on this. And I do know I mentioned that I prefer gas systems, and most of my stuff is gas piston. But I do have, this is one of my DI guns, and it's nice. I mean, I like it. So let's shoot a little bit more. I'll give you this angle here, and we'll call it. That's it. All right. Let's go into the dirt right there. Woo! Damn, that thing is so smooth. All right, he's out. Whoop. All right, let's see what I got. I got another one back here. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Sweet. All right. I'm gonna try to get that guy out there. I don't know if I can get him. I'm gonna try. Woo! I don't think I got him. Yeah. I don't remember what I zeroed this at. I think I did the red dot at 25 yards. And then I think I did the 3 times. I think I got that at I want to say at 100. This has an etched reticle inside. It's a really cool reticle. It looks like a horseshoe, and it's got some holes on it. Then it also has they're like, you can tell how far away a human is, because it's got like a little tree on the side. So depending on where his feet and his head are, it'll tell you how far somebody is. Very cool red dot. It's one of the OGs. I've probably had this, oh my God, I've had the thing forever. I'm surprised. Let me see if the battery works. Yeah, battery's still working. It's been in the safe. It's been turned off, so the battery's still working. Jeez. Anyways, guys, that's all I got. If you stuck around this long, hey, thank you so much for checking out my videos. Consider subscribing if you haven't, and I'll see you around. Ow!